It's gonna be.
He's like you
fucked up.
You go there, you pay a $200 a year fee for your driver's license. We only have a $50 fee, but you got to do $150 in teas. Teas and coffees.
You spread the love out.
Yeah, you have to spread the love out amongst, you know what I mean?
I saw this really good show. It's like the premise is they got this like tough guy. I'll find the name of it. It's like this tough guy. He's the fish seller of like London's biggest market.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm the tough fish guy. I negotiate like sells like a million pallets of fish or whatever, right?
Like,
but he's the toughest guy. He's like an old Cockney. Like, I've been on this block here for 45 years and whatever, right? But then it's like, let's get him in other countries, in their local markets,
and see
seeing if he can be a merchant. And the India episode was interesting. He ended up being like slightly successful, but he noticed like with that when it came to the haggling and stuff, and it was like, and people trying to get like he's trying to sell to people, half his customers, because the market was so big. Amish, like you probably know this better than me, but the market was so massive that there was like 80 like markets within the market, like of secondary, third, fourth. So it's like half the people he was selling to at this rate, they're actually gonna break down into like a small. I think it was bananas, apples, whatever. They're gonna break down into even a smaller amount and then sell by the road.
Local,
So at one point, a guy just told him, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna just make like a little bit like off this." And then the bigger guy, who was like the Apple conglomerate guy, who was kind of showing him the ropes, doing the interview. He was like, "Yeah, here it's like kind of like." It's like, it's democratized. It's like you make a little less and you like kind of spread it throughout the levels.
Right.
And it's almost like it's like in lack of like people, like government or whoever, like really safety nets taking care of these people. You kind of, it's like built into your profit margins.
Yeah, they're basically
like you have to offset some of this so that this fucking poor guy who's like way worse off by the road to make a few dollars.
It regulates itself because then those guys will get violent. They'll get violent.
Oh, if enough of them don't have it, they'll just be like, I'll just take it.
They'll start fighting.
Right.
You know, like to keep the peace, like it's almost like the peace gets kept with a fair deal. You know, when it's truly fair.
Yeah.
Whereas when you start screwing someone, they're like, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man, I gotta eat. Like when you're there having conversations like that, I gotta feed my kids.
Because the market guy, the fish guy, he was like, okay, I'm here. Here's an item. I buy in for this much. I want to try to sell it for this much.
Yeah.
But then what he wasn't thinking of is like, it's like, yeah, but like all these other people need to like make their margins off it.
Yeah.
Like I am like literally just another wholesaler to like an even smaller.
So he's from England and he thinks like I'm in the biggest thing, and then he goes there and it's like 10 times bigger.
But he did pretty good there. When he went to New York, he actually did really good. It was like everything was failing. He was fucking up. He was trying to get like he even got some of his UK stuff sent in of jelly eels, which are like an old like boomer thing in the 50s in England.